Hey guys, it's Tina and I am back, and I am here with another Get Ready With Me makeup tutorial. Again, I am putting the Too Faced Just Peachy matte palette to the test to see if I can get it to work. The last time I tried it out, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, and so I'm giving it another shot in this video. I also grabbed a couple of colors from the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow palette. This was released for holiday. It's the Galaxy collection, and pretty much it's a glitter eyeshadow palette. It's similar to the Urban Decay Moondust palette that was released, was that last year or the year before? But it's a similar concept, but it has a few more pops of color, which I incorporated on the lower lash line. And I did a really beautiful lips. So if you want to see these products put to the test and see how I accomplish this look, then stay tuned and I'll talk to you soon.
Hey there guys, so as usual I'm starting off with a clean, freshly washed face, and I already filled in my eyebrows off camera, and now I'm going in with a bit of moisturizer. This is the IT Cosmetics Secret Sauce, which is one of their newest products to launch. It's a really creamy moisturizer that absorbs really quickly, so it doesn't leave behind like a greasy film or anything. It absorbs really nicely into the skin, so I've been really enjoying this for my oily skin. And then I'm going in with a little bit of lip balm. This is the Agave Lip Balm from Bite Beauty. It's now in a twist-up tube, so I really like that. Then I'm going in with some eyeshadow primer. This is my Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lids to help prevent my eyeshadows from creasing. And then I'll go in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer in the shade Medium Dark Warm, and I'm applying that directly under my brows to act as a highlight and also to help clean up the shape of my brows. And I'm using my Anastasia number 18 concealer brush just to blend that downwards onto our brow bone area. And then I will go in with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to help blend out the excess of that concealer and also help to buff it all over my lids. Then I'm going in with my Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. This is the old packaging, so don't be alarmed. I'm applying this all over my lids to help to give our eyeshadows a little bit more of a sticky base so they'll really stand out. And I'm just going to blend that all over my lids again with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. Now this can be a tacky primer, so I'm going to set my eyelids with my La Prairie Cellular Treatment Powder in Translucent 2, just to make sure that we don't leave behind a damp surface in that brow bone crease area. Now I'm grabbing the Too Faced Just Peachy Velvet Matte Eyeshadow Palette from the Peaches and Cream collection, and the first shade I'm picking up is the shade Just Peachy, which is a matte peach tone shade, and I'm just going to buff that in my crease area using back and forth windshield wiper motions and my Eddie Funkhouser large crease brush. This is a beautiful bright peach shade. The problem is it doesn't stay as bright as you blend it out. Now I'm going to pick up the shade under that, which is Fresh Picked. This one has more of an orangey caramel tone to it, and I'm just going to buff that again in that crease area, and I'm buffing a little bit of it on the outer V using circular motions and windshield wiper motions. Now I'll make sure I clean off my brush and then go back and forth and blend out the edges. Then I will go in with this deep chocolatey brown called Peach Tart. This one is a beautiful chocolate brown color again, and it has a lot of warmth to it, and I'm using this on my outer V and outer crease, and I'm just using circular motions to deposit the color, and then I'll go in and build up the shade till I get the desired intensity, and I'm just using those buffing motions to blend it out and make sure everything is nice and seamless. Now we'll go into the highlight shade. This is Peach Butter, and I'm just going to pop that directly under my brows to act as a highlight. This is a light peachy tone, and I'm popping that under my brow bone using my MAC 252 and blending it downwards onto the brow bone. Then I will go into the shade Just Ripe, which is more of a cranberry wine shade. It's not very deep in tone, but I'm using this to kind of add a little bit more of that berry tone to the eyeshadow, and I'm just going to blend it out. Then I will go into the shade Peach Meringue and apply that directly on the lids using my Eddie Funkhouser eye shader brush. I'm just trying to get an accent of color directly on the center of the lid. That didn't really build up as much as I want to. It actually fades out a bit, especially since I put down a pretty sticky primer. Now I'm grabbing the Galaxy palette from Fenty Beauty, and I'm grabbing the shade Milky Way, which is a sparkly white shade, and I'm dampening my brush with a little bit of my Smashbox primer water and popping that color right on the inner tear duct and really pushing it in. The damp brush really helps these eyeshadows to stick. I'm testing them out, but we'll get into a review later. But I'm just going to blend it out so that it blends in with the eyeshadows on the lid, because I don't want it to just be a stark inner tear duct. Now we're going to go in with an old favorite. This is my Josie Maran Surreal Skin Argan Finishing Balm. I love this balm as a skin primer, and it's just one of my faves. So I'm applying that to my skin. Then I'm grabbing the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Foundation with my Fenty Beauty Foundation. The shade I'm using is 350 from Fenty, and from Laura Mercier it's Pecan. And I'm mixing the two shades together in the two formulations and just popping that on my skin. Laura Mercier is more of a glowy finish, and then the Fenty Beauty, as we all know, is a matte finish. And I really love the finish that this gave my skin. It wasn't too matte, it wasn't too glowy, it was almost perfect, just right. And the shade match was also pretty nice. So I'm just going to blend that in all over my skin. Next, I'm going in with a rediscovery in my collection, something that I wanted to try out again. This is the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer Cream. The shade I'm using is medium 29. And I'm just going to apply that directly under my eyes and then buff it out with a dampened beauty sponge. This is actually not a bad concealer. I thought it was thicker than it actually is, so I'm going to test it out some more and see how I really feel. Now I'm going to grab some of my Fenty Beauty sticks. These are the matte sticks. I'm using the matte shades. And I'm using the shade Mocha down the sides of my nose and in the hollows of my cheeks. Now this is not really a dark shade. It's more of a gray tone shade for contouring. And I'm just going to blend that out using my Marc Jacobs shape brush. And you see, it just gives a subtle contoured look to my skin. It's not really deep. It's just giving a little bit of that shadowing that we come to like from contour products. I still like these contour sticks quite a bit. And with this foundation, because it's not overly matte, it actually blended out pretty nicely. Then I went in with the shade Truffle around my hairline, and I added a little bit more at the hollows of my cheeks because I wanted to add a little bit more depth. The Mocha shade is not really dark, like I said, and I wanted to get a little bit more intensity. And I'm just blending that out with my Sony Kashuk brush. I love this brush. I wonder if this is still available or if they're gonna re-release them for holiday. I really love this brush. If you get your hands on it, get your hands on it. Now I'm going in with my mascara. This is the Sephora Lash Craft Volume Mascara. This is actually a nice mascara, and I find it gets better the drier it gets. This is a very wet formula initially, but it is really a nice one to apply to the lashes. And for my eyelashes, I'm going in with these Coca lashes in the style 201. I'm just going to pop those on my upper lash line area. This tool that I am using is from Tarte. They had a lash collection, and this was one of the lash applicators that they have. I know I always use a different lash applicator that is not available for purchase, so I figured I'd use one that people can get their hands on. For my powder, I'm going in with this BB powder from Tarte. It came out with that BB foundation, and I never truly tested out the powder, so I said, you know what, this is another product that I'm going to test out that I found in my collection. And I love this whole decluttering series. It's allowing me to rediscover products and find products that I may truly be in love with. Now I'm going back into this Fenty Beauty Galaxy palette, and I'm grabbing the blue shade and the aquamarine shade. These are Cosmic Ocean and Midnight Bolt, and I'm dampening my brush with some of this mixing medium from Feather River Body, and I'm applying them on my lower lash line using my flat shader brush from MAC. This is a 242, and I'm very lightly applying the blue all over the lower lash line, and then on the inner lower lash line I'm applying the aquamarine shade. The blue shade was really easy to apply and it built up pretty nicely, but this aquamarine shade was giving me a fight, so I went in with a pencil brush instead to try to build up that intensity. Then I'm going in with my lower lash mascara. This is my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. And I'm making sure that I apply that to my lower lashes so they stand out against that blue and teal glitter on the lower lash line. Now we're going to go in with some lower waterline liner. This is from Urban Decay. It's my 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Perversion, which is just a rich black liner. And then I'll show you what the eyes look like. It's okay, but you see the colors are already fading, so not my best look so far. Now I'm testing out two highlighters for you guys in this video, just applying them on camera. So I'm using the Dose of Colors collection with Desi and Katie. The two highlighters are Fuego and Mirror Man. I'm applying both of them to my cheeks. I'm using my Inglot 4SS small brush. This is a great highlighter brush. Fuego is more of a champagne shade, while Mirror Man is more of a rosy bronze, and I'm buffing them out with this brush. As you can see, they really blend nicely over the skin. They're really beautiful colors, and I love both of them, but I think Mirror Man is my go-to. It's such a subtle color. And then Fuego is a lot more intense. So if you're looking for intense, Fuego is the way to go. Now for my blush, I'm using this shade from The Balm. It's called Swiss Dot. This is a really beautiful, simple, corally rose shade. I'm just buffing that over my cheek area using a large brush, again from Sonia Kashuk. And this just allows the blush to just glide on and blend out easily and softly. And for my lips, I am using one of these new lipsticks from Smashbox. It's their tri-color lipstick. The shade I'm using is Sunset Ombre, and there are 3 layers in this to give you an ombre lip. So there's a dark pink, a lighter pink, and then an orange in the center. I was surprised by this lipstick. I didn't expect much from it because I was like, oh, it's just a gimmick. But oh my god, it's such a pretty color, and you can definitely see the 3 different shades on the lips, and it does give a beautiful sunset look. But I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of lip gloss. This is also from the Fenty holiday collection. It's one of the lip glosses. It's the shade Spacesuit. And I'm just applying that all over my lips, and it's just going to give a beautiful shine to the lips. Can you stand this? This is such a beautiful lip. I love it.
All right, guys, so here you have it. This is the completed look. And the look itself, I really love, like, the concept. However, the eyeshadows from the Peachy palette, they're just still looking muddy, and they fade and dull down over time. And I've only had this makeup on for about an hour and a half now, maybe 2 hours, and it's already like fading and not looking as bright as it started out. The lower lash line, these are pretty. The Galaxy shadows, they're pretty. They're a moon dust formula. In fact, a lot of the shades, and I will do a full swatch video and do some comparisons for you, but there are a few shades in this palette that are already in my collection, and I'll show you those. But this ombre lip, let me tell you, I wasn't expecting a lot from this because I was like, oh, here we go, a gimmicky product. And it is a gimmicky product, let's be honest. It really is. It's a tri-color lipstick, but the result is actually really pretty. And this color itself, this sunset orange, no, the sunset ombre, is actually gorgeous. I wonder what the other shades look like, but this is fantastic. And this gloss on top just made it even more beautiful. I think this is one of my favorite pink lips I've ever worn. It's just really flattering without looking too like obnoxious. Like for me, it's really complimenting this tan skin, and I'm like feeling myself right now. Let me know what you guys think. The highlight, I mean, it's a double highlight. Like this one is obviously more intense, as you can see, and then this one is a little bit more subtle, but I like both, and I really love how this formula from Dose of Colors blended into my skin. So really love those, but again, another full video for that coming up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial, this get ready with me video, and I will leave a full list of the products used down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up. Most of those links tend to be affiliate links that I generate through Sephora and Ulta. Not directly affiliated with them, but hey, I can generate affiliate links that give me a small sales commission if you make a purchase through those links. If you're uncomfortable with that, Shop how you normally shop. No muss, no fuss. But if you do shop through my links, thank you so much for the support because it does help me to put back into the channel. And as usual, I'll also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter page where you should definitely be following me along. And if you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you did enjoy this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up as well. And there are a couple more videos that I will show you at the end of this video in case you want to check out some other things from me. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Why you treat me bad, so I'm putting me not depend on if you give me one cup of water.
What do you mean, what no mums?
Why? You never say, me your favorite mother-in-law, you wouldn't even call me and say, mother-in-law, how you do? I tell you, no son, I younger one, I want to call the whole one them. Find out how they do.
You're right, my baby.
Yes.
I'm have to
Of
do
course
better.
I'm right.
You're gonna have to do better, babes. Do better.
I'll do better.
Where be there?
B.
Mommy, say hi to B.
Union B.
Union B.
I was on the phone.
Hello. She's like,
She's like, oh, Union B.
hold that.
A Sean friend from Texas, mommy.
Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm fine, my darling.
That's great to hear.
Hey, you come to visit?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Definitely. I love New York. I can't get enough of it.
Oh, is Sean treating you good?
No, I hate Sean. I'm joking. Yes. I'm having a great time.
Okay.
See?
Good talking to you.
Huh?
Take care.
You too, my dear.
Bye.
Tina.
Mm-hmm.